you see those spikes at the end of the day. Not really something to get too worried about unless there's some massive imbalance. And, like, for example, the video it goes like under 120 in 2 candles. That's kind of where you want to be a little worried. But this stuff happens. Because, you look at something like Amazon. This is a buy imbalance. So you can see that moving. Apple is a sell. Tesla, pretty flat day. Look at that, man. We caught the action this morning for sure. And then it didn't do anything. The video is already recovering here back to 120.84. Let's go look over here. 25 is 190. Okay, cool. So yeah, not going to be the most exciting earnings in the world. We got KB Homes, so that's gonna. I'm going to take a guess and say this goes down. I don't think that many new homes are getting built, and that's going to be a lot of the reason that they're going to be up or down. And I don't really know what PRGS is, but we got both of those going on today. Progress software. Well, you guys are quiet. Any questions? Anything I'm going to go over? If not, we can sit here. We got a couple more minutes here until these come out. And then we can see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to hold the video overnight. I am, because I mean, I'm still in pretty small. My plan was to add if it closed on highs. It didn't. So I held 120, closing around 121, 120.60 right now. I still got a minute and a half. I think I am, but again, I'm not risking much. So I did see some pretty heavy option flows coming on AMD. I mean, that had a pretty big run today, and it's kind of doing the same thing NVIDIA is. But to me, all these semis have just kind of been stuck, and they look like they have chances to break out. Looking at AMD here at 160, we've rejected many times. It's an easy spot for that to break through and run. NVIDIA's bounced off this 120 level so many times, it's actually closing above it. So that's going to be the first sign of this actually having a chance to, maybe come back up here and test 125, 130 area. So that's kind of all I'm looking for here. TSM already breaking out, right? It's kind of the same move I'm looking at here on AMD. That's already breaking out. And also Micron, I saw some stuff on that. That's kind of bounced off the bottom there. Intel's not really involved in that, but we can look at that as well. SMH, that's starting to break down trends. Looks like it's getting ready for a move higher. So, it's kind of tough to pick a perfect entry here, but I think, yeah, this didn't close on highs, but we're up 4% on a day when, you look over at let's see, where's SPY? SPY is up 0.25%, and the Qs are up 0.5%. So that's a pretty big leader there for sure. Let me see here. The second highest mover on the tech side today would be like AVGO. Netflix is a pretty good mover as well. Market is closed. Got some buys there at close as well, which is good. A lot of buying there. A million share buys. I like that. So we will see what happens. Yeah, that was pretty good. Good close there. What those contracts close at? 192. So just barely red on those. Perfect. Pretty much break even going into close. I like it. Tomorrow we could easily open, 122, and then we could be off to the races here to 125. And I don't want to make this all about NVIDIA, but 123 is going to be this next kind of resistance level. We break through that. That could even be a pretty decent target for us. I mean, I bet we're up close to, I don't know, I don't want to say 50%, but 30 to 50%. And then we get 125. I think it'll be an easy 100% trade there if we get that pretty quickly here. But I love the way this looks. Solid breakout here, closed above a resistance level that we tapped many times. I think it all makes sense. So when is KBH out? I don't know. I will take a look right now, though. Give me 1 sec. Let me look it up. If you guys ever want to look at this, go to Earnings Hub, HUB, and that's where you can see it. I don't know why I can't see all the earnings. Give me 1 sec. KBH is at 410, so we got 8 minutes till that. And PRGS is going to be at 4:15 Eastern. That stinks, so it's going to take another 13 minutes of sitting here, but that's okay. Other than that, those are kind of like the two biggest ones, I think. So we'll see what happens. What else do I have here? Create shortcut. No. Whatever. What would you trade, Jedi Master? KBH little pop here. Spy, call, and put. I don't know what you mean, Jedi Master. Did you buy call and put coming into tomorrow or something, or are you in KBH or something like that? So we got 6 minutes here till KBH, and we got 11 minutes until PRGS. Something else I would like to talk about today is going to be why NVIDIA had such a big move. So what happened was, I don't know how to say his name, but the CEO of NVIDIA had been selling stock. I mean, every CEO, especially a founder who has millions of shares from when the company began, and you get a massive run like it's had from it was what $300 up to $700 or whatever, then it went to $1,400. And then it split. So then, if he has 10 million shares, he now has 100 million shares. So he's been selling a bunch of stocks since it's been up here at all-time highs for a little while. And he announced today that he was done selling. He finally sold as much as he wanted to sell, put some cash in his pocket, going to go buy a yacht or two, or maybe a plane, and, go buy a couple houses or whatever. And Yeah, stock ripped 116 to 121.80 today. So I missed that move because it was after it was like almost an hour and a half, 2 hours into the day. But that kind of led that that's a positive catalyst for the stock, right? So I want to be involved in, I at least want to consider a trade around that to see, okay, is there opportunity here? And that's why I'm choosing. I'm not much of a swing trader at all, but I am in a tiny position here. 125 calls for next week expiration. Just kind of looking for an overnight move, maybe even see what it does tomorrow. I would like to sell some around 123 and ideally hold the rest for 125. But not a big trade at all. Just kind of testing something out here. Risk to reward's really good. I think I'm using 120 as a stop loss. If we break under that and hold, I don't see any reason to stay in the trade. We hold above that, I think the trade stays valid. And it could probably go higher. So we will see what happens overnight. KBH, still nothing going on here. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, y'all are more than welcome to ask questions as well. About 2.5 minutes here until KBH. A minute and a half now. Bitcoin did pretty good today, up 1.5%, 64,000. SPY Nasdaq pretty flat here. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Jerome Powell is speaking again this Thursday. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, looking at Bitcoin, I mean, this thing it's had that crazy run and then it got real stagnant. But I think, yeah, this is just a crazy thought. You can see where I drew this old one here, and it just kept going. So you kind of see a little something like this. I think it's going to be a pretty big squeeze when it happens. I think this is setting it up for that 100K move, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I would look at the weekly chart for this as well. I mean, I think this could easily be the move up here to 100,000. Very, very doable. But we'll see. Elections coming around. If Trump does get elected, I think that will be the catalyst because he likes Bitcoin. He doesn't want central bank digital currency, or is it central bank digital currency or whatever, CBDC. And I mean, he's pro Bitcoin, so that maybe that's what Bitcoin's waiting on. So we'll see. Can anyone confirm that for me? I think I'm right on that. KBH, 15 seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Bam. Told you. We'll see what happens, but the bid and the ask are really wide. 81 bid, 86 ask. So this is going to move pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, Jelly. That was just kind of from what I remember hearing on the trading desk about these home builders recently. But yeah, here it goes. I don't know, TK. I didn't hear anything about that, about a crypto talk. But I mean, what do we got? Like 40 days left, I feel like, until election. What is it, November 4th? Something like that, right? I've heard them talk about like, it was 52 days, whatever. That was probably about a week ago. Do it, Jelly. I would like to see that actually. All right, so we got 4 minutes now until PRGS. Again, I don't think it's going to be really exciting by any means. So we'll look at these two. I'll talk about a couple more things, answer some questions, then we can get out of here. Yes, I have. I'm ready to go. I hope everyone's going to go vote. PLTR got hit a little bit today. Yeah, KBH down. Average selling price of a house around 490,000. All right, 2 minutes here until PRGS. Netflix. Oh wow, 722. I remember seeing it at 718 today. I guess today was the day. Like out of nowhere, once again, I'm getting tired of this, man. I'm mad that I've missed this whole move, but it's just like randomly an hour and 15 minutes into the day, it just pops off and didn't stop. God, it kills me. I wanted to trade this so bad. I know. Gotta let it go. The setup is there. It's just kind of something that you have to either swing or just like be there when those. But you can see what I'm talking about. I've talked about it so many times. It's like that's a little bit of movement that I sit there and wait for, but timing it is tough because that's exactly what I wanted to do when I off the open. And I tell you guys, when it goes, it's going to go. And this is what it'll do. It'll make a 10-point move in 15 minutes, and that's what I have been waiting to capture off the open, and we just haven't gotten it. So I haven't really gotten to take a trade on it. Yeah, I know. Well, I just when you can get those trades on Netflix, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, it's just like 200% in 5 minutes, and you're just like boom, done. And then you don't want to touch it again for months unless it comes around. But PRGS is coming out here in about 15 seconds. I don't know anything about this stock. Anyone know Progress Software? FTX fraudster Caroline Ellison sentenced to 2 years in prison, ordered to forfeit $11 billion. Pretty much no movement here on this. Let's see how much volume PRGS traded just today. PRGS in total traded 839,000 volume on an earnings day. An average volume is around 250,000 volume a day. You see Tesla have one candle that's that much. Here we go. Sorry. Selena, how often do you check in on your swing trades? For swings, I mean, obviously everyone's going to be like antsy and want to check in on it a lot. And it just kind of comes down to what you are going to do. I go in with small enough size to where I'm not going to be micromanaging it, because then you're going to constantly be thinking of different ways of, like, contradict yourself and stuff. Have a plan, have your trade idea, execute the buy, have alerts at where get it when it gets close to where you'd want to stop out, have alerts to where you kind of want to take profit, and then manage it. Like, to me, it's like I bought today and I checked it probably 2 or 3 times before the close. I watched it closely the last like 20 minutes of the day, but I'd also been in for like 2 hours, 3 hours before that. So my advice is try not to micromanage it, because you're going to get worried. You may buy it more, you may sell early. For a swing trade, trade the idea, be small enough size to have wider stop losses. That makes sense, right? It's not like I should just go in with nothing and then have a 20-point stop loss. Be light enough where your stop loss makes sense. But then try not to micromanage it. Let it work. Let the idea work. When you swing, you're never going to get a perfect entry and a perfect exit. It's more so areas of interest to you. So I like the area from 120 to 121. If it holds there, NVIDIA, I think it could go to 123, 125. So I'm risking about $1 to make $4, $3 to $4. What do you expect PRGS to go to? Glad I joined here. You just made me a nice chunk of change. You just traded PRGS, James? I have no idea. I don't know anything about the company. But pretty nice pop. I would honestly just probably take that and move on. I don't know. Did you trade that equities? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, for sure. Did you trade at equities, James, or what? Did you literally just trade that move right there? That's pretty crazy if you did. Oh, you did a swing trade on PRGS. Okay, cool. I was talking about a swing trade on the video that we're in. Some of us. Already at 120, 120. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would like to see this open 122, 122.50 tomorrow. That would be solid. That would be solid. But yeah, we're already up 50 cents here. 40 cents after hours. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be a pretty good gain, Jelly, for sure. I may even do that too. At least sell some. I'm not going to sell all of it there, but that's also me being greedy. So, well, now that these are out of the way, do you guys have other questions, or do you want to call it a day here? I have a free lesson tonight with everyone at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So bring your questions if you want to ask about premium, if you want to ask about live trading. I'm not live trading tomorrow. I will have a free live trading on Thursday morning, and then I'll have a premium one on Friday. And also a premium lesson on Thursday night. So other than that, guys, this is all I got. KBH down, PRGS is up. NVIDIA looking good. Going to be watching that tomorrow. Meta didn't do a whole lot today. Netflix, I don't even want to look at it anymore. Closed at high day, which kind of makes you think it's going to go further. Tesla was a good trade today, but pretty flat. Maybe there's some more there, but I don't know. Not my favorite anymore. But But, you got to think we were at 235 like, 2-3 days ago. That was the big trade. But that's kind of where I feel like I should have taken a swing position out as well on that break. But whatever. Always want more, right? Amazon, not a whole lot. We're starting to get up closer to 200, which I like to see. Apple sitting close to 230. I don't think the iPhone 16 is doing that well. Still trying to get it, though. I can't get the Pro Max. All I have is the regulars, but I want the Pro Max. Who doesn't want the Pro Max? All right, guys. Well, you guys are quiet, so I think I'm going to call it a day here. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.